Hey Hooper, it's Deanne Love here. Welcome to day 14 of the 30 Days in Flow. Today is a really cool flow session. We're picking 4 of the tricks and I'm flowing them together, but I'm going to give you some variations. So we're doing a barrel roll, a 2-hand isolation, an escalator, and a 1-hand isolation. Now each of those, as we know, each trick can have so many different variations. So I'm going to show you a few. Choose your own adventure. The theme for today that you can find over on learn.hooplovers.tv is actually focus. Now, focus is synonymous with flow. When we focus on something that we love, we tend to drop more easily into flow states. For some of these tricks and variations, you're going to need to focus. So, what helps you to focus? You might be thinking about that while you are focusing on this. Now, a barrel roll can be off body like this, or it can be on body like this. And we are going to incorporate like half and half. So for a barrel roll today, we're going to go halfway on and halfway off. How's that for a compromise? So we're using our body and our hands. So what we're going to do is pick a line in your room or wherever you are practicing. And I want you to face your toes towards that line. Keep your legs about hip distance apart. Bend your knees. Make sure your back is supported. Heart is going to radiate towards the earth, and you're going to rest your hoop on your shoulders or on your angel wings. Okay, and so for this, what you're going to do is wherever your toes are facing, for this to feel very neat, we're going to turn and have your toes facing directly 180 away. And when you do that, that's when you're able to stand up and grab your hoop above you, and then you're going to turn it again back to that first starting point so that you can keep this nice and clean. Okay, so what you want to do, if you've never done this before, just feel into it. If you're tending to want to push your hoop to the left side, you're going to turn in that direction. If you're tending to want to push to the right, you're going to turn in that direction. It's totally fine. You can practice both. This is also a good place to practice these vertical breaks. You could come from here, so breaking hand to hand, and then give your hoop a little nudge, catch, and isolate down. But let's just see. So toes towards me or that line, and then set yourself up. You're going to give the hoop a little nudge and step around to the 180 point. And as you do that, watch your hoop take both palms towards the sky on the inside of the hoop and catch. Now, whatever direction you are turning, that shoulder is going to be your strongest contact point, and give your hoop an extra nudge. It'll feel really cool when you get it. And if you know how to do this, like if vertical upper body hooping is your jam, then you can be playing around with all of your variations, of course. So remember, we go 180, we give the hoop a little nudge, and we're going to catch in this position. So your hoop should be down towards your booty, your elbows are bent, your hands are facing up, and now as you turn, you're going to drive as if you're isolating. So it's like you're already doing a 2-hand isolation, but we're going to continue because the next trick is a 2-hand isolation. So let's see. Give the hoop a push, catch, drive all the way down, and now whatever direction, you can continue to go in that same direction. Take one hand off, drive halfway up, change hands, drive halfway down. If you would like to, what you can do is do a little pop, do a little pop. So I'll give you that variation as well. So you can either right hand lead your thumb side, so you go across your body, and then pinkies together across your body and down. So this half moon type. Or when you get to the bottom and your arm is across, you can do one circle and catch. Then you're going to drive back up, change hands, down, one circle and catch. So you have this kind of effect. You can do it on both sides or one or none if you like. Okay, so now we have to go into an escalator, and we're from this front plane. We can do a whole bunch of variations, but we're going to do an elbow hook and back up. So fun. So what you're going to do is choose one elbow that's going to do the escalatoring, and the opposite hand is going to pass it on. So whatever side you like. And then the elbow that does the hook is also going to catch the hoop down at front. So kind of set that up. I'm going to go, my right hand is going to take it onto my left elbow, catch the hoop with my left hand, and then come back up to my front frame. So here are the tips that I highly recommend. Is you're going to have your wrist going towards your opposite elbow, but actually for me it rests on this little like bumpy part on the outside of my wrist. So I take my hoop down, I've got a contact point on my opposite side hip, my elbow, and I'm putting a little bit of pressure. When I get to the point where it feels like my hoop is going to drop, I need to make sure that this opposite side hip helps to bring the hoop down to my hand. So with the escalators, we're always doing these spirals up and down. There are all these contact points. So spiral it down until it hits your hip, lift your knee, take the hoop over, catch. Then you want to come straight back up. So you're tracing that pathway. You don't have to take this leg out if you don't want to. So if it's easier for you to keep your feet together or it's faster, that's if you're picking up the tempo, you might also bring your foot across. So play with your foot placement, and you can catch with your arm across and then bring it straight back up if you want to go a little bit faster. So either catching with your arm across, or you can open your hoop out. So lots of variations there. Catch across and then straight back up, or hook, down, out, up. You can also pass it to your other hand. You can play with a whole bunch of different pathways, spiraling on and off. You can turn in a circle if you like, and pass until it comes back up and off. But essentially what we then need to do is get back to this front position, because we end with a one-hand isolation. So how's it all feeling? Barrel roll, catch, drive down, two-hand isolation. And then when you feel ready, you're going to take your hoop to wherever feels like you can open up, catch, back up, one-hand isolation. Now for this one-hand isolation, you can do the center isolation, so driving around, thumb leading, come to this point at 12 o'clock, palm is down, and then drive down, or pinky leading, come to about 9 o'clock, roll over, and then drive back down to 6. Or you might like to have your hand on top and make these pulsing, popping one-hand isolations. So you're coming to a V, so down in the center, up to the top. And of course, you can be driving, pushing through mud if you like. You can also, if you want to, roll your hoop over the back of your hand, so you have a pencil kind of grip, and then the hoop rolls over and you catch, pinky up, pointer up, pinky up, and then you can come out from your shoulder if you want to create movement and shape. So it's time to play. We had the barrel roll from on body to off body, and then we had a two-hand isolation into an elbow wrap escalator, and then a one-hand isolation. Focus. We can do it. Let's play. yourself as much time as you need. Go over this tutorial as many times as you like, and definitely jump over to learn.hooplovers.tv. There's a cool playlist there to help with focus today. Oh, that was a good one. I love it. And of course, you can always be bringing in the sequences, the flow sessions from each day. So you could be building this huge, big, amazing, long choreography. Big hoop love. I'll see you tomorrow. Mwah.